Welcome to the first episode of DAPSCaf. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And in DAPSCaf, we are going to celebrate our love of coffee. Any of you who followed us on Instagram for any period of time knows that almost every week, at some point, we take a picture of our coffee in front of something amazing, and you're drinking it before we taste it? Okay. I don't know.
I picked it up. I felt
okay.
like I had to drink it.
That's totally fine. But we often will take pictures of our coffee in front of something famous, whether it's a Disney icon.
Or each other.
Or, yeah, you never know. Yeah, our friend Jenny has tons of pictures of us in them. She doesn't really care about anything else. She's like, I'm going to take pictures of the people taking pictures.
Yeah, pictures of us taking pictures of things.
Anyway, the purpose of DAPSCaf is to celebrate our love of coffee, and we thought we would celebrate it with you by going through various different coffees, taste them, and also try to pair them. Whether we'll be successful or not is completely...
That's the name of the game, though.
It is a game.
It is.
And so we hope to learn something as we do this, because I love coffee and I can taste it a little bit, but I don't know a whole lot. You know way more than I do. But it'll just be an adventure of different types and places of coffee.
Yeah.
Like, we might do some of these on location. We might... Who knows what we'll do?
Well, and the fun of tasting coffee is it's kind of a journey around the world. Coffee is very important to traditions of different countries, and so it's actually, the flavor profiles really resemble actually a lot of the traditions and a lot of the culture, and so it's a really interesting take on geography.
And the way that they culturally and I guess agriculturally developed their coffee beans.
Absolutely.
And what they did with them after they harvested them.
Yeah.
So, our first coffee that we're doing on DAPSCaf is what?
Starbucks. Surprise.
Surprise.
It's medium roast. It is in our core lineup of 10 coffees. It's Guatemala, Antigua. It's actually right in the middle. It's, there's a roasting curve. It's like blondes are down here and darks are up here, and it kind of goes zoop. It's right in the middle. It's not really much in any direction.
What can you tell me about this?
I can tell you that it's from Latin America, and I love Latin American coffees. They're always very bright and colorful, and they're often very fruity, which I love.
Some of my favorite coffee has been from Cancun or Jamaica or Haiti.
Yeah, so this actually has some lemon and some cocoa in it, and there's some spice. The lemon's very subtle.
What kind of spice?
Just general spice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a light spice.
Okay.
It does have a medium body, and it has a medium acidity.
So what does that mean for somebody that's tasting that doesn't know what they're doing?
Body is mouthfeel, so
how heavy it feels in your mouth?
Blondes have a very light mouthfeel, so they have a pretty light body. Acidity.
Does it also have a coating to your mouth?
Kinda, yeah.
To it, just as I'm thinking it through? Okay.
Yeah. And then acidity, the easiest way we teach people about acidity is we have people drink a blonde and then drink orange juice, because you'll notice that they kind of have, it's almost like a tangy, but not. Blondes are very notorious for high acidity. For some people that means they don't really sit properly in the stomach and kind of causes some problems there. But blondes are just, that's why some people say if the blonde is brewed wrong, it tastes like lemon juice, which I have heard many a times, especially with blonde espresso because it's pulled shorter. So
this one has herbs?
Yes, this 11 famous herbs and spices.
So herbs, cocoa, and what?
Yes, and lemon.
Lemon,
yes.
Okay. So, to properly taste coffee, so it doesn't get cold, because we don't have an actual coffee pot yet, if people like this, we'll develop this more, and maybe we'll have art on the wall and dishes. I don't know.
Dishes? Ooh.
We'll
we do have one dish.
So coffee tasting, what do we do?
So the proper steps for coffee tasting is first you have to smell it. So we're gonna do that. If you have this coffee at home, feel free to smell along with us and yell your responses. So
or
smell
leave them in the comments.
or leave them in the comments, or use them on Twitter. Whatever floats your boat. So you smell it, and it's actually, if you want to cup it, it kind of gets all the smells into your nose faster. So you smell, and it actually smells.
I can smell a hint of lemon.
Yeah, it
and
smells.
I can definitely smell the cocoa. I'm not sure about the herbs.
It smells very earthy to me, and not in it smells
part?
like dirt part. It's it smells like a forest, tropical.
Okay, I'll give you that. I can smell it.
Thank you for.
Okay, cool.
So the next part of smelling or of tasting that's super fun is you get to slurp the coffee. And it's not very attractive and it's not very fun, and people always think I'm kidding, but you make that noise. And the point of it is that coffee is very hot. Ideally, it should be brewed between 180 and 195 degrees.
And delicious.
And delicious. But you want it to slurp it so you don't burn your tongue off, so it cools it down when you slurp it like that. And then it also hits all the portions of your mouth. So your mouth tastes different things depending on.
So like in the back right corner of my mouth right there, I could taste the lemon.
Ooh!
And it actually, since I was thinking about it, it almost gave you that little bit of a sour whatever thing.
See, I just taste cocoa.
I taste it
get
too,
like a
but
strong...
the lemon surprised me. I already knew the cocoa was
Well,
there.
yeah.
Like, that one I picked up on my own. And let us know in the comments if you can hear the helicopter going over the studio.
That's the fun.
The cocoa is kind of in the middle of your tongue,
Definitely.
the lemon's in the back right corner, and then are the herbs in the front of your tongue? Is that what I'm...
Yeah, I don't remember loving this much.
So you're doing it the right way?
Yeah, well, I
drink a lot of this coffee, so I'm already pretty familiar with how it tastes.
That's true. It's true. This is the end of a bag, because we do.
This is what we've been drinking on Geeks Corner. If you haven't watched that, you can watch us drink it and talk about other things.
It's true.
For about the last month and a half.
This is, because we do mainly run off Starbucks coffee here, because, you know.
Unless I've gone on a trip and brought something back from Jamaica, Haiti, or Mexico or something.
But usually that like sits in a cabinet and that gets brought out for like special occasions.
The really good episodes.
Yeah.
All right, so we also have...
Yes, we have some, it's like a brownie bark.
So we're going to try every time to give you one thing at least that you can pair the coffee with. This time we thought we would make it as accessible as possible and use brownie bark because you can get it at any grocery store, Target, you name it, it's almost everywhere. Yeah. And odds are you might have it in your cupboard already, so you don't have to make an extra trip.
That's true. You can do anything chocolate. That's really what's recommended here. But
you said originally chocolate, wasn't there like
I said things? Chocolate brownies, chocolate cookies.
So chocolate's the main thing.
Chocolate croissants. But the fun thing is you can there's plenty of resources online. There's like tasting wheels where you can pick what flavor you're trying to pair with, and it'll tell you what flavor to go with. Cool. So there's plenty of things. But this is pretty straightforward. There's some notes of cocoa, so we're going to pair it with something chocolate to bring the chocolate out in the coffee. So
what's the proper way to taste?
You take a bite of this.
Okay.
You chew, chew, chew. You swallow it, and then you take a sip of this. And fun fact: the person who was ever on Geeks Corner was actually a coffee pairing, and no one believed me when I said that the flavor profile was going to change. It does. It really, really does, and that's the fun of it. Oh.
That's good.
Changes more when it hits your pants.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it. It made it earthier and richer.
It actually brings out a different sweetness that kind of wasn't there before. It was more herbal before, and it was light, but it's very sweet and very rich in a way that I kind of wasn't expecting.
It makes this heavier, this lighter, I think. I don't know. The weird thing is that taste of lemon that I had in the back of my mouth has now moved pretty much everywhere in the mouth.
Really?
And I can taste, it's probably the sweetness from this, there's chocolate chip cookies in this, or chocolate chips in this, and it feels like the chocolate and the lemon kind of made a vibrancy in there. It's good. Alright, so if they want to get this, they can get this at any grocery store in Target. Coffee today was the Guatemala
Antigua. From Starbucks.
You can get it at Starbucks. Only at Starbucks, you can get it at grocery stores.
You might be able to get it at grocery stores. I'm not entirely sure what we sell in stores anymore.
Well, if you've enjoyed this first episode of DAPSCaf, let us know in the comments below, and if we get enough comments and feedback, we will definitely continue doing this. If you'd like to join conversations online, or on Twitter, I guess, use DAPSCaf 2019 as your hashtag. We use that for our photos that we post every week, so you can actually post pictures of your coffee as well on Instagram or Twitter and any of those things, and we will respond. And we hope you've enjoyed our first episode of DAPSCaf, and we look forward to enjoying some coffee with you in the future.